Welcome to the final part of Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2. In the last part, we took a trip to a 1990s collectible store.
Now we are
In this part, the moon laments.
Yep.
I love how you can see the atmosphere on the moon. You see it has the blue ring around it? That reminds me of the atmosphere. That's really, really cool.
Oh, you mean when you're looking at the Earth?
Yeah, the Earth, I'm sorry. But isn't that cool?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Nice little some attention to detail.
Also, I like how the moon just has this fucking palace, like, in the inside.
There's candles on the moon.
Also, this whole stage has moon physics.
You know?
So how does moonfire work if there's no oxygen?
Same reason.
You're using the oxygen you collected from the space fire, right?
Yeah.
They brought firewood, so it's okay.
Yep. You don't know that. Carrie knows this stuff.
So, yeah, Miriam and Dominique can jump really high. Also, you can control everyone at this point, all 7 characters.
It's pretty good.
Look at how big that roster is now.
My goodness. That's like when we're going to play Hamtaro Rainbow Rescue and you get like a billion hamsters following you around. It's pretty cool.
Wait,
literally.
Wait, is this just like for one part of the game, or is it late
Yeah.
into the game?
I'm sorry?
Is this just like for one part of the game, or is it just like late in?
Throughout the game.
Throughout the game.
You start off with a couple, but you slowly
It's not
acquire
just
hamsters.
It's not just Hamster John and Ribbon.
You slowly acquire hamsters, and as you acquire hamsters, your gravitational pull increases, which causes you to acquire exponentially more hamsters as your gravitational pull
And you-
increases.
What
so
the-
that's
it-
how you can
But a Hamlet.
So what you're saying is it's not
That's the total
Hamtaro.
knowledge.
So what you're saying is it's not Hamtaro, but Katamari Damacy.
No idea what that is. I'm sorry.
It's the game where you roll things up and you make planets based off what you roll up.
Just like that then.
You're just like being from space, and you start with a ball, and you go to planet Earth,
Yes.
or you go to like a planet, and like you roll things up, like like cones and like signs, and like park benches.
All right,
or,
hang
like,
on.
the
So
bigger-
that looks like it's completely inaccessible, doesn't it? That door? Because that wall is not destructible.
Bait.
You ready for this? I don't know if this is what the game wants you to do, but it works.
Blood on the floor. Oh, there's all blood on all the floors. Just kidding. Or are those cracks?
I think it's...
I think it's blood.
Anyway, watch this shit.
Because it's called.
Miriam can't jump that high.
Bloodstained.
Neither can Dominique, but here's the thing. It didn't work, but I'll try it again. Fuck you.
Are you
That's
clipping?
amazing.
I don't know if
Cheater.
that's what the
Is
game
that what
expects you to do or not, but it works.
Clipper. you
I was about to
cheater.
ask if that's what the game expects you to do. That's really convoluted, but also super cool.
Cheater.
What, are you mad
Is
about
it
that?
cheating if it's not against the rules?
You're clipping.
It's only cheating if you use a Game Genie, Gabe.
More like a game.
Or if you use like a cheat
Look, a
code or
gaming
something.
meanie.
But what I'm doing is completely within the realms of the coding of the game, so...
Yeah,
Anyway,
Melee player.
the game coders' fault for allowing that to happen. Yeah, that's what you're
Unless
supposed
they
to do.
intended it, of course.
Well, yeah, that's also. Whoa, okay, destruction. Hello.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Don't need to worry about
Make-
spikes if I
make-
can just
make the
walk
dust.
through them like this.
Holy crap.
spikes. More like, bye.
It didn't work.
Sounded better. I know, it sounded better in my head. Oh shit, it's Flying Ghost Spear. Oh, it's Flying Ghost Spear the second.
It's an unwelcome gust. That's not my joke, it's an enemy from Mother 3.
Okay, Carlos.
It's a Mother 3 enemy.
Mother tree.
Mother tree.
So I
Not the
brought
baby
this up
tree?
to I brought this up to Carrie, but I didn't say this to Gabe. What if there was like actually a Mother 4 and just like at one point, like just like as a little Easter egg, unrelated to the plot or anything, you just find the absolutely safe capsule, like maybe like covered in like vines and moss and stuff because it's been so long, and like the only text you get from examining it is an old man is sticking his tongue out at you.
I think that'd be pretty good.
I'd probably have to stop the game and think for a few minutes though.
Lord. Timeline theories.
I mean, like just remember when Just remember when the absolutely safe capsule happened in the first place.
Yay.
TI, huh? Let me hear your TI.
Hey, Carrie, what made you think harder, the absolutely safe capsule or Gygus?
Gygus.
Gygus.
Yep. I mean, yeah. I think the implications of the absolutely safe capsule, although entirely terrifying, are a bit clearer than that of Gygus. So
That's
the
true.
one of Gygus could eat away at my brain a bit more.
That's fair.
Gygus eats Carrie's brain.
It is fair. I did not cheat. Yes, yes, he eats brains. In fact.
Punch, 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 punch. He got punched to death. Wham, whip. Whip a cow.
Where?
Forward! What even is the deal with that guy?
I don't know. I'm interested in these worm-like skeletons. They look like that really old lady from SpongeBob who's in that wheelchair.
Oh, yeah!
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, worms don't have skeletons.
How do you know? You've never been a worm.
Oh, worm.
I've been a worm. I turn into a worm when I'm scared.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't choose this life. I didn't choose the worm life.
Carrie's an anamorph.
Air. What the fuck? That's so lame. He,
Yeah, I didn't choose it, dude. I'd rather like be a dragon or something. Speaking of dragons, there's one back there.
There he is. Bye-bye.
What do you guys think your anamorph is?
Walrus.
Gabe is a walrus.
Interesting.
You know,
Gabe
fucking
the
gangster
walrus.
walruses are, dude. Walruses have a
Gangster walrus.
fucking sick walrus, so they have a winning match against polar bears.
You know, that's true. When you said
Literally,
gangster
their
walrus,
tusks
I
are so
imagined.
strong, their on-hit effects are actually broken.
Hey, do you
Wow.
think Gangster Walrus works under Mobster Lobster?
Who does?
Gangster Walrus.
Gangster walrus, probably.
Walrus
he's
is an amazing pet.
like his nickname is Tiny though, but it's like that oxymoron name where he's like not small. He's like, "Hey, Tiny, come in here. Let's show this guy who you are." And then like he comes in, but obviously he's a big walrus, and like the name Tiny is like deceiving. He's like, "Yeah, what can I do for you, boss?" And he's like, "You need to take this guy swimming with the fishes." And he's like, "Say no more." And then he like
I think
sinks
no. Mobster Lobster has more of a Godfather voice.
Oh, Tiny, come in here. We gotta show her to do some new guest. Let him know. And then he's like, "Yeah, what can I do for you, boss?" And he's like, "You see, this man is coming here and is disrespected me familia.
Me
need you to
familia.
show him what we do to people like that." He's like, "Say no more." And then he sinks his fucking tusks into their shoulders like a grab
Oh, hey,
and
that's a
then
bad
throws them 80 feet in the air. And if they don't die from the impact of falling, you'll walk away with an entirely broken body.
Hey, who do you think would win in a fight, Mobster Lobster or Diavolo?
I don't know who that is.
Some yo-yo.
Yo-Yo.
Yeah, yo-yo's bizarre twin. Probably.
Yo.
That's a good question. Oh god, Greeble's gonna
The
die.
correct answer is Mobster Lobster because currently Diavolo is experiencing endless death.
Yep, infinite endless death.
Infinite endless death into eternity.
Let me
Just to make
let
that
me
clear.
explain that. So yeah, Diavolo is the main antagonist of JoJo Part 5. And at the end, he finds himself in a situation where, thanks to Giorno, the main character's Stan's new ability, he finds himself in a situation where every time he dies, he just gets teleported to another area where he will in turn die again, inevitably, and now he'll just die repeatedly forever.
Mm-hmm. What the fuck?
This is the final boss here.
Holy shit!
creepy,
The horror
dude.
face. The fuck? Is it Angle?
This
Those
is
yeah.
this is an angel
I think
actually.
those are moons next to her. Really? But Her wings look like moons then, if those are supposed to be her wings.
To be specific, this is Sariel.
Fuck is fair.
Usually angels have the IEL
Yeah.
after their name.
Well, Sariel is already
Oh, Gabe, like your name.
Yes.
Gabe's an angel.
Yes, I am. Very bad.
Yeah, Sariel is an angel from mainly from Judaic tradition, according to Wikipedia. The name means
Yeah, because there's only
the name
only
means
two names.
the name means Prince of God.
Oh.
Yeah, the IEL ending means of God. I think Gabriel, does that mean messenger of God, I think?
Yes.
Wait, so does that mean that you're the
But-
messenger of God?
I wish.
God has spoken.
Dude,
Yeah, there's
Dave,
only
what
two
does
named
God
angels
have to say about Smash Team games?
nice, man.
We got God's approval, everyone.
Sweet.
Clap it up, baby. Clap it up.
This attack, I don't
Yeah.
know how to dodge without just activating Hachi's invincibility. I'm gonna be completely honest there. But what I love about it is
Whoa,
that
laser.
it just gives you a complete opening to go in for the attack.
So do you attack her in the eye, or what do you do?
That's more.
Yeah,
Him,
that's
her,
where you
I don't-
attack. You
I don't know if
attack
that's
her
a
in.
guy or a girl or a
Oh,
whatever.
probably a
That
guy.
person, that angel.
I'd assume probably male.
Whenever, yeah, and at least I don't know about
Or angels.
Jewish tradition. I don't know about Jewish tradition. Well, I like extra biblical Jewish tradition, but I know that in the Old Testament, when angels appeared in human form, they were described as men.
Well, I
so.
can think of an example where Sariel was female though too. One example at least,
Mm.
and that's Sariel is the final boss of Toho 1.
Oh, interesting.
The one that was the puzzle game one.
Couple games.
That's how everyone remembers Toho 1. It was the only one that wasn't a shmup. I mean, aside from the fighting games, but those are spin-offs, while Toho 1 is the first game.
Yes, it must have been before it got its branding. Whoa.
Whipper.
I don't know if that's an eye hole or a mouth hole or what that's
It's just
supposed
probably
to
like
be.
It's both.
or
It's
yeah.
also a nose hole.
Like
And it's just
carved in the face.
viciously bleeding.
Wow. That was a fucking Trunks attack.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my
dude.
God.
Literally split Frieza in half. Also, you just killed basically what's Bloodborne's moon presence.
How is the wind blowing on the moon? The long,
Yeah, how's that
grueling
wind
battle
blowing if there's no atmosphere?
had finally come to an end. Zangetsu and his allies braved the demon stronghold and eradicated Sariel and his army. Okay,
How are they
as they
rating?
watched the light of the breaking dawn illuminate their world. Something, if the Radiance had celebrated these, no one aside from these brave warriors would ever know what had transpired here. However, they knew for certain the world was at peace thanks to them. As for the man clad in crimson, cursed by the moon, with fiery eyes, with the unwavering trust of his allies and his ever-sharp blade, he struck down the last of the world's demonic scourge and was released from his curse. He is the man who rent demons asunder, cleaved the moon in twain, and severed the cursed chains. That man, Zangetsu.
Nice, man.
The end. He got his happy ending, and he also learned how to make friends.
He did. He learned the power of friendship.
Anyway, it is final
learned the
thoughts
power of
time.
He learned the power of French bread.
Shit. He learned the power of a friendship.
Final thoughts
Oh.
time.
The final thoughts are last words. What do you want to say on your deathbed?
Oh. Okay.
What do you want on your grave?
Gary.
Bananas.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here's my thoughts of game. I only played first part of game. And I played first part of game, and it was fun. I whip things and then they die, or that I slash things and they die, or I punch things and they die, I shoot things and they die. Cool. All right. So, music. Not as memorable as the first game, but still banging. Absolutely slime jamming. Especially the boss theme was fucking getting down to that shit. Crazy. And then the combat, jeez, is fluid. And the enemies, ooh, spooky, and the bosses are ooh, super spooky. And then you got the character designs, and they're really good. And you got the stage design. There's no stages, I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty annoying. You know how to call it, had difficult times with some bosses. You know, like Pharaoh Man and final boss of the first game, so you know the vibes. It's pretty good. There's a lot of good stuff in the game. There's also kind of whack stuff. There's some enemy places kind of cringe. There's also little things here and there. I'm just like, it would have been done without. 7.5 out of 10.
Oh. All right. Let's see. What do I have to say? What do my notes say? My notes make absolutely no sense. This
Go,
is
Carrie!
hilarious.
Carrie looks at her
What
notes
have
and
I
it's just like
done?
a picture of an airplane shooting at Godzilla.
And like, I don't know, an icy or something, or like a Slurpee. Anyhow. Dog train, you guys. Oh my gosh, Hachi! I think that was my favorite part of the entire game, and that definitely boosted my score a whole ton. There are some quirks in this game that really catch me off guard, and were really funny. Like a couple of those beginning scenes, and the dog train. Oh my goodness, I can't get over it. Anyhow, that I think mixed with the sort of creepy, unsettling bosses that carried over from the last game provide a good juxtaposition. I'm sorry?
I said carried over. Like carries like
Oh yes, Carrie. Whoa, I referenced myself. Wow, how self-important
Carrie's
of me.
Bizarre Adventure reference?
Carrie's comment on bizarre enemies. Anyhow.
Yeah, sorry, continue, my bad.
Yeah, my brain's broken now, thanks game. But yeah, so it's an interesting juxtaposition, and I feel like it adds to the interest throughout the entire game. I also thought it was interesting that we had to redo levels that ended up being harder each time, and that we could take different routes. I think, I didn't play this game, of course, like usual, but I think from a gameplay perspective that might be kind of fun, because you already know kind of what to expect. But there are enough differences to make it interesting, and I love the feeling of exploring in games, so I could imagine that would be fun. I also wrote in my notes, ice level. No idea why, just thought I'd stick that in there. And I would also, for my final score, like to give this game a 7.5 out of 10, which I wrote before Gabe said it, so I promise I'm not copying Gabe.
Alright, so...
Actually, since I'm 500 steps ahead, I knew you'd say that, so you're copying me.
Huh.
Sorry.
Here's... So with this game has a lot of like really neat things. I love the new characters, especially Hachi. I think the music's pretty good, though. Like Gabe said, not as memorable. I guess Ippo Yamada isn't just as fine-tuned to the Castlevania style as Michiru Yamane is, but that kind of makes sense considering how much she's done for the series. The stage variety, like there was a lot of variety with the locations, like a lot more than I'm used to seeing with these kinds of games, so that was really fun to see. I love the animations despite the 8-bit limitations. The bosses were really cool and intimidating and shit. My frustrations mostly come from the fact that it was quite a bit harder than the first one, and also I just do not encourage doing multiple playthroughs back-to-back on this game. You will get drained. But, you know, aside from that, I think it was a good time, so, let's just go all around and I'll give it 7.5.
Oh my, nice. I love it when we're in sync.
Yeah.
We're like that band.
Yeah, it's like we almost were with Sonic Mania, but then Will ruined it! Will's the only one who didn't give that game a 10 out of 10.
What did he give it? I forgot.
8.
What a guy. Hero.
Anyway, yeah, if you want to play this game, it's available on Steam, Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. next time we get to the Bloodstained series, I'm actually, like, obviously we're going to be doing Ritual of the Night, which I plan on doing at the end of the next Castlevania marathon, which is coming up, just so that we can play it after playing Symphony of the Night, because that's the game it takes the most inspiration from.
Yes.
Until next time, though, this is Smash Team Games, signing off.
Bye-bye. Auf Wiedersehen.